All right, hello, and welcome back to Afternoon Drive here on Joppa Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. Hope you're all having a good day. It is a weird day, let me tell you. I drove to work early this morning, and I had like the worst commute I think I have ever had going to work. I know that sounds crazy now that it's like pushing 50 degrees and sunny out, and kind of feels like a spring day, even with that snow on the ground. But it was absolutely terrible out this morning. Hope you all got to where you needed to go, all okay and all that good stuff. And I guess it wasn't even that bad for me compared to some of you on the Newburyport Rockport commuter rail line. They had the train that was stuck for more than an hour and a half this morning because of an issue with a drawbridge in Gloucester. Yeah. Tyler's grunting back there. Tyler Neufeld producing today on the radio side. But yeah, pretty crazy on that. There was a bunch of train issues today, too. There was another issue in Newburyport that had things delayed. So the tracks were not much better. But man, oh man, what a bad commute. It was crazy. I took the dog out today at, I go to work early, by 3 in the morning. But I took the dog out and I looked out at my road. And I'm from Danvers, notoriously good at plowing the streets and all that good stuff. I used to hate it as a kid. I grew up in Danvers as well. Used to hate it as a kid because we never get the school days. I couldn't believe how great of work they did after those storms. But my neighborhood had not been touched. And it seemed like, I think we maybe just got the timing's everything, I guess. But I think we got hit by a little bit more than what people thought, more like 3 inches as opposed to an inch. And even like Route 1, my whole ride on Route 1 in towards the city was just a complete snow, not that many plows out. It was a really rough commute, just like the whole way rough. Crashes all over the place. Saw 3 just on Route 1 alone going in, another one off the highway. So, yeah, it was an ugly one this morning. Hopefully y'all got to where you're going okay. This can be tough sometimes when you're caught off guard a little bit by, sometimes those small storms can be the most difficult. You know, when you're ready for those big nor'easters and everything, it's all hands on deck. There's, they're just ready. They're almost catching the snow before it even hits the ground. But sometimes with these trickier little ones, it can be a bit of a problem. So that is that. Let's see what else we get going on. Just saw that Peter Tork, I know a lot of the young people don't know, but a very famous band, the Monkees. Peter Tork of the Monkees has died at the age of 77. That happened today. Some great hits: Daydream Believer, I'm a Believer, just to name a few. But yes, that just happened this afternoon. So there you go. Tyler's singing back there. What else? What were we just singing to after? We're just singing "Eternal Flame" by the Bangles too. I'm not sure how that came up. Tyler said something in passing conversation, and I just started singing "Eternal Flame" from the Bangles, which he had not heard. So yeah, it was very funny. Interesting. See that story? I know. WBZ TV in Boston had that New Hampshire teen that was. He's out of the hospital and he's talking about surviving that crazy crash in New Hampshire. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he collided with a tractor trailer like at full-on speed, and the thing just straight flames all up in the air, and somehow this kid survives. It's unbelievable. He was talking with WBZ TV today, and crazy. Oh, and here's the story that's making all the headlines nationally right now. Like everybody's talking about it, even the sports stations. It is an insane story. We'll see exactly how this all plays out in the end. But this Jussie Smollett story, the Empire actor, turned himself into police this morning in Chicago. He is accused of filing a false police report in regard to that hate crime, where he said 2 men attacked him in ski masks and put a rope around his neck and called him racial slur after racial slur. And it is looking like for some reason, he may have staged this whole thing. It is kind of a bizarre case. But anyways, Jussie Smollett turning himself into Chicago police today. Plenty of court dates to follow. You can guarantee that. He still stands by his story, according to his lawyers, and he's going to put up a big-time defense team. But pretty of a crazy story there in the Jussie Smollett case. Oh, please. We're getting to the end of winter, so I guess a lot of you are already thinking spring and why are we talking about this now, but I almost got nailed again today with one of those, what do they call them, ice missiles? People not cleaning off their car while they hit the highway. I just don't understand. It takes like literally 30 seconds. It took me, today's kind of snow, like if you push the snow off the top of your car, like it was that sticky snow where like you just push it once and it like all falls off your car. One just quick little push, and it's amazing how many people do not do that and just say, let's just jump on the highway and see what happens. And man, one of those, it freezes, and of course it goes airborne, and you got cars going 60, 70 miles per hour on the highway, and these things end up being like projectile ice missiles. And I saw one story, again, it happens like every storm now. Every storm you see this, and another car today got like smashed and just right through the windshield, and boom, I forget what town it was in, but somebody was talking about how they got smacked with an ice missile, and it's just very, very dangerous. I don't understand people that drive without cleaning off the top of their car. I know there's a lot of people that seem to be going on these rants during this particular winter, but if you drive every day to work like I do during these storms, it is crazy to see. Take the 30 seconds, maybe a minute. My goodness, clean off the top of your car. It's crazy how dangerous that stuff can be. All right, so there's our little opening headlines of the day. We have so it's a big night tomorrow for the Newburyport Clippers at the Newburyport Bank Tournament. It is basically a tournament game for the Newburyport Clippers hockey squad. Coach Paul Yameen and his boys have to win tomorrow night to get into the tournament. They're a bit banged up. They got some injuries. It has been a tough end to the year for these guys, but they still have a shot to get into the dance tomorrow with a win. So today we're going to be talking some Newburyport Clippers hockey. The guys practiced at 2 o'clock today, so they're just getting off the ice right now. And a few of the captains we're going to swing by after practice and kind of get you set for tomorrow night. So we haven't had the Newburyport Clippers guys in here yet this year. And it looks like they're just walking in right now. Good. So they got here quickly. Very timely, this bunch. So why don't I get out of the way? We'll talk some Newburyport Clippers hockey when I get back. My name is Drew Moholland. This is Afternoon Drive. Follow us at Joppa Afternoons on Twitter. That's at Joppa Afternoons on Twitter. Make sure to keep it here. We're going to have a great talk here. Newburyport Clippers hockey ahead of a big night for them tomorrow night at the Newburyport Bank Tournament. Keep it here. Be right back. All right, welcome back to Afternoon Drive here on Joppa Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. We got the Newburyport hockey guys in the house today. 5 of them showing up here very quickly after practice. Thanks for coming over here, boys. How are you?
Good.
So we have a very, very, very big night tomorrow night. Although some of you guys are pretty banged up. This is a banged up hockey squad right now. We have one sling in the room. Tommy Green in the top left. Tommy, how you doing over there? Probably been better, but send that microphone his way. We'll start with always start with the guy in the sling. It's a nice gesture. What happened to you over there, Tommy?
So I got hit in St. Mary's game, separated my shoulder, unfortunately.
Ugh.
But I had a good season before that. We're rolling, but hopefully we can just get back to our game plan tomorrow night, and hopefully I can recover from this injury pretty soon.
Cool. We get so a big game tomorrow night. Again, we got Tommy Green, Chase Pantelis standing up top, Mike Toomey, Jake Grassihog, and Pat Leary here in the front. Here's the deal. So both you're 9 and 10. You got to get to 10 wins. So It all comes down to tomorrow night. You're facing a team who also has the same exact record as you guys. So kind of an interesting setup for tomorrow. To tell us a little bit about your opponent, who is it, and what do you know about him?
Yeah, so we're playing St. John Shrewsbury.
Yep.
They're they're the exact same team as us. They skate hard. They have a couple good players, but their goalie's not as good as ours, I think. So just got to get pucks to the net, and hopefully kids get hungry and put the puck in.
There you go. Jake, you and Pat were the first ones here, and you guys were joking, what do we do if it's a tie game with a minute left? Is both teams going to pull the goalie?
Yeah.
Like, if you both tie, both of you eliminate each other from the tournament, which would kind of be a weird situation.
Yeah, so I don't know if our team's going to pull the goalie or theirs, or just play 5-on-5.
Flip a coin.
So hopefully it doesn't come down to that, but it should be interesting.
Try to take care of that early. Pat, you've been banged up this year, too.
Yeah.
Currently out right now, right?
I came back. Last game was my first game back.
Okay, so you're gonna give it a go tomorrow too.
Yeah.
How'd it feel being back?
It hurts, but
what is it? Shoulder?
hip.
Hip.
Yeah.
Those aren't fun.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
What game was it?
Winfield.
Winfield. Yeah. I just went to the boards weird, and it pulled that muscle above it. My hip. cracked. So I don't know.
Yikes. So you guys are the walking wounded a little bit. Mike, how are you? Are you healthy, Mike Toomey, back there?
Surprisingly. Jacob calls me injury prone, but I've made every game this year. So
That's good. And Chase, you're a healthy guy back there?
Yeah, it's tough to get hurt when you don't play much. So
There you go.
yeah.
So how are we feel? I mean, obviously this is you guys got off to a kind of a good start, and I don't probably a month and a half ago you probably weren't thinking you'd be playing for your lives in the last game of the season, but here you are. So how do you reset and kind of get the locker room going ahead of tomorrow night's game?
Yeah, so we're kind of thinking of it as like, a home playoff game. Like that's how we like to think about it, like do or die. So just think of it like that. Don't really like worry about the record.
Yep.
So hopefully we win, and then just hopefully get in the tournament, and then just go straight from there.
And you guys would be a dangerous tournament team because everybody knows Coach Emin has you guys playing a very tough schedule every year. He's not a big fan of those, whatever cupcake games or whatever you call them. So sometimes it's great when you get into the tournament. Sometimes it does put you in this position where you have to do some late season work. Is he about ready to lose his mind at this point here? Or?
Hopefully not. We still have one game.
There you go.
But I don't know.
He probably didn't need the added stress of essentially the tournament starting a day early for you guys. Weird time tomorrow, right, for people coming out?
Yeah, it's at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. This is the bank tournament, so it's a little bit different. What are you guys going to do to prepare for that? It's a little bit different. Throws you out of your routine on a weekday. You're going to try to wake up earlier or what?
We've had a lot of our games at 2 o'clock this season on Saturdays, so I think we should be more adjusted to it.
Just pretend it's a Saturday.
And yeah, just pretend it's Saturday.
Yeah.
And they have a long bus ride, so it should be in our favor, honestly.
Wow, you've already thought about this, Pat, huh?
Yeah, we have.
What'd you guys?
Said hopefully we just can get a jump on them quick.
There you go.
They're coming a long way. So
It is a long ride. They always pretty much play in this tournament, right? This is not your first go with them.
Yeah.
No. Played them 2 years ago. And we had a good win, so hopefully we can do that again.
Yeah, talk a little bit about your goaltending situation, because I know, Jake, you dropped that right head. Yeah, throw the headsets on. Good. It's a good look for you guys. You want Tommy? You want a headset? Sure. It's nice. You get a good listen in there. Sorry, guys.
No,
how about talk about your goaltending situation though, because I know you said you think you got a little ace in the hole there.
Yeah, Jackson Marshall, he's come up big every game for us. So he's been playing well recently in the last couple of games. So I kind of feel bad that it hasn't gone his way, but
yeah,
he's been playing hard. Keeping the saves, keeping us in some games. So I think he's better than the goalie we're going up against, but still going to be a battle. So
yeah,
still a matter of putting the puck in the net.
Tommy, what do you? So many of these, especially when you're a veteran especially in a hockey locker room, there's a lot you can do even when you're out of action like you are. Are you one of the? Are you trying to be more vocal there on the bench in the locker room, that sort of thing, and especially with maybe some of the young guys?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Before games, try to get the boys hyped up. It's kind of tough, being in this position, especially senior year, but just trying to make the most of it, and just want to win. Make the season end on a good note.
Yeah, you get it. No, don't be sorry. The coaching staff tell you anything when it's because I know they feel terrible about that stuff. They remember playing high school sports, and they senior year. That's nobody's happy to see that happen to anybody, whether you're playing an opponent or whatever. Coaching staff give you any pointers like stick with us or that sort of thing, or? Yeah,
they're just said keep your head up, recover from this injury as best you can. Just be with us till the end of the year and fight and just get better.
Yeah. How is he done that, guys? Chase, you been good in that locker room?
Yeah, he's been great to us, keeping us all motivated.
How devastating is that to see that happen to a teammate?
Yeah,
though?
it's terrible to see, but especially he's been a 4-year defender with the team, so he's got a lot to show on to the younger guys and pass on what he knows.
Was it a clean hit?
It was actually I went to the boards pretty weird, but it wasn't a big hit. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I was just surprised because right when I got hit, I could feel it and tried to make a pass, and I couldn't. It just hurt so bad. So that's what makes me most mad. It wasn't a big, huge hit. It was just an awkward
fluky
hit
thing
right into the boards. Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Toomey, you're another. I actually mentioned when there's all you guys in this room are kind of familiar names. I don't call your games like I used to every night, but it feels like some of you guys should. You're seniors, but it seems like you've been here forever. Does it feel weird coming down the stretch like this, senior year, and it could be the last one?
Yeah, it's definitely.
I know you're not thinking last one, but
it's definitely motivating. One final push here with hockey, coming down to the stretch, just everything we can do to get the win. And then I also wanted to say Tommy's been like a huge help at practice, giving us pointers and like really paying attention to details. It's been a huge help for everyone.
That's cool. So what do? You watch it from the bench and
Yeah, that's what I do from the penalty box.
from
And,
the penalty,
you know,
comfortable spot for
yeah,
you?
when kids skate by, I just try to give them pointers and stuff and just motivate them.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Pat, you when you're battling through an injury, like what was it? How long were you out for? You came back the other day, but
I think it was 3 games.
Yeah.
you missed 3 games.
3, and then I was
So-
out with a concussion at the beginning of the year. So
So
missed a
okay.
few.
It's not the cleanest of years, but last 3 games as you guys are trying to make this tournament push, is that like torture watching those things?
Yeah, it stinks. Like it was like me, Green, and Cade, and we were just like all the 3 seniors up there, just like it's like
Cade,
awful to watch.
Beaupont?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it just stinks. Like especially the last couple games, how they've gone. It's like
Yeah.
you wish you could be out there.
Yeah, I did your. I filled in and called your Masco game. First of all, Masco's a good team, huh?
Yeah, they're really good.
They're really
They
good.
are a heavy team. When did that happen? when did they?
I don't think they lost that much from last year.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, they probably have a lot of the same guys, and then
You saw some flashes of that
yeah,
last year.
Yeah. Last year they were good, pretty good too. We tied them twice.
You tied Masco twice.
Yeah, we didn't beat them last year, and then this year, number 24 on their team's really good. So he's their captain. So he's like
Yeah, who was he? That's big dude, right? The lefty
yeah.
defenseman.
Defenseman,
Yeah, kind of plays like a forward.
yeah, he's really good.
Yeah. The what do you guys hope for tomorrow night? Tomorrow, I keep saying tomorrow night, but it's a 1:00 game. Is it going to be? I mean, sometimes those games can be a little tough to get going for. I know Pat treat it like a Saturday and you're fine, but like as far as like getting that build, are you trying to get like make sure the fan support comes out and all that? I mean, usually you have a great home ice advantage.
Yeah.
It's great 7:00 when Triton's in the building, but 1 p.m. on a Friday can be a little different. You're gonna be trying to push, listen, friends, family.
Yeah.
We need everybody there.
Yeah, well, probably the same people that usually go, and then they'll support us, and then you just gotta like not like worry too much about the fans, and then just more on the game.
Yeah.
If you lose, you go home. If not, you keep going. So just like play for each other and just hopefully get the win.
Yeah, rowdy building will be great, but you guys could probably play in front of a dozen people, and
Yeah.
you got to have it, right?
Yeah.
What was practice like today? You guys were straight off the ice, right? You just came right over.
Yeah.
How was it? A good last practice, or?
Yeah. Hopefully it wasn't
Not
our last
last.
practice.
Well, you know what I mean. Last
Yeah.
regular season
Yeah.
practice before the. But it
Yeah.
was solid.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an upbeat practice.
Upbeat practice. What we normally do before games. So
A lot of hitting,
Yeah.
physical
Physical
It's
practice.
That's good. I've heard. When was? Usually it happens at least once a year. When was the last time we got thrown off the ice for a bad practice?
What happens in house stays in house.
Well done, Coach Amin. Text should be coming momentarily. Enough with the tough questions. Oh, that's funny. All right, so we won't talk about that. But it was a good practice today. How is it? Do you guys enjoy this tournament? I know kind of the goal of it is to get you start feeling that tournament feel right before the big tournament. I'm sure you didn't want quite this much pressure on the final game, but do you guys always enjoy ending the season with this tournament?
yeah, of course. This tournament's like it's really good competition. So hopefully we win this, and then that'll like help us in the tournament if we make it. So it just like helps us like jump right into the tournament like the last couple of years too. So it's good to go end the season on that.
Absolutely. And who you guys lost the other night to?
Winchester.
Winchester. It's a tough team. You guys knew
Yeah.
that was going to be a battle, right?
Yeah. It was a good game. It was 3-1, but they got an empty netter. So
Yeah. You guys had a lead there for a while, right?
yeah, we were up 1-0 after the first, and then
Jackson was standing on his head, I
yeah,
heard.
he was always playing good.
Yeah.
And then they tied it 1-1 after 2, and then they scored a power play goal and then empty netter. So
What year is Jackson?
sophomore.
Just you guys, somebody's going to. I know you guys have full confidence in him, but is there anybody going to grab him and just kind of sophomore, kind of settle him down before the
Yeah.
biggest game he's really ever played in his life? That's,
Yeah.
And not to put too much pressure on him, but I mean that is kind of the deal, and he'll know it like everybody else will. But so you guys worried? Not worried, but did you kind of keep an extra eye on a sophomore out there, or any underclassmen for that matter?
Yeah, we'll talk to him before the game, like not to be nervous to make a mistake, like
Yeah.
just play like any normal game. But Jackson, he's been doing a great job of that. He's played in big games before this season, so he's not used to it or whatever. But
Yeah.
he should step up big, and I hope he will.
Absolutely.
He doesn't seem like a kid that gets very nervous.
No.
Yeah, he probably gets nervous, but he just knows how to handle it.
Okay.
And it helps that he knows the whole team has faith in him too.
Yeah.
So that definitely eases his nerves a little bit.
Goalies are kind of
It's unique.
Yeah,
Unique human.
it's funny because when you guys, I know a lot of you guys had Ken Hodges, your teammate there, for a while. I remember coaching me and telling me, and I tell this story a lot, but he said, yeah, every goalie I've ever had has been like kind of quirky, and they are, even at like the NHL level, they're kind of quirky. Yeah, you have to be. You're standing in front of flying rubber all day. And he said, Ken Hodge, he's like the smartest guy on the team, and like really polite and like very with it. He goes, I'm very concerned. I've never handled the goalie who's the smartest guy. But yeah, so this is so you guys have been very lucky in the goaltending between the pipes for many years now. But you guys got about 10 more minutes here. Stick around. Do one more segment. All right. Again, we got Tommy Green, Chase Pantelis, Mike Toomey, standing left to right. Jake Grassyhog, Pat Leary, Newburyport Clippers hockey ahead of their big, essentially win and you're in, essentially a tournament game here tomorrow at the Graph, 1 p.m. So 1 p.m. That's right, 1 o'clock p.m. I'm going to get that. I'm going to write that down. It's a 1 o'clock game, Drew. Don't you guys forget that. 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So it's a big one. Make sure you get over to the Graph if you can. We'll be back and do a little bit more with these guys in just a moment. Tyler Neufeld producing the radio side, David Kramer on the TV side, Sarah Hayden in the house as well. My name is Drew Moholland. To keep it here, much more Afternoon Drive in just a moment. All right, welcome back to Afternoon Drive here on Joppa Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. Newburyport Clippers hockey in the house. Here, Tyler, am I taking a picture for the guys? I forgot to put it on Twitter, which we were just talking about, and we were talking about last show too, which Chase Pantelis was listening to. I think Chase has not missed a show in like 3 years. Fantastic, Chase.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I didn't realize we're learning off the during the break how much of a fan he is. It's fantastic. We could do trivia with you here, but we won't do that. Get Tommy Green, Chase Pantelis, Mike Toomey standing, Jacob Grassyhog, Pat Leary down low here. Newburyport Clippers hockey win and they're in tomorrow. Must win, no tie. Definitely no loss. 1 o'clock game at the Graph. So big one tomorrow. Who's like the lighthearted dude in the locker room? Who's the guy that's like the not the clown, but every hockey locker room has one of those guys. It's just like I don't know, keep everybody loose sort of guy.
Probably Owen Spence.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
He's a sophomore. It's just Owen. It's just like what we
It's the
see.
only way to describe it.
Yeah, so many times you can't describe that guy.
Yeah.
What kind of music we talking about in the locker room? Who's in charge of that?
Pat Leary.
Pat Leary, music man. Are you taking more pride of that when you miss a few games? You, I have to be like much better on the music front.
A few of the games when I missed, we weren't in the locker room. Coach wanted them to focus, so a couple other guys took over for that.
Okay.
But I don't know. I like to get a mix of rock and rap.
Give it like who specifics?
I think usually our go-to like before we go out is
what's the last song before you hit the ice?
In the end.
like In the End or
In the End by which?
What's the
what in
Eminem
the
one?
end?
Black Veils. It's my favorite song.
what's the Eminem
No
one?
one knows it.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, I don't expect
Or like
you to.
Many Men, 50 Cent.
Okay. Yeah.
Mix it up.
All right.
Shipping up to Boston.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The cliche shipping up to Boston.
Yeah.
Okay. You up on all those, Tyler? Just some. Tyler's a musician, so
Oh, really?
it's funny. He makes me feel old sometimes because I say songs and he's like I'm not familiar. What was that band that like I couldn't get over? You ruined my weekend one day because you didn't know. Was it Bare Naked Ladies or Smash Mouth or one of those like
Great
90s
bands.
band?
No, I think it's
Bare Naked Ladies. Yeah. Who said great band?
I did.
Chase, you're like my new favorite person.
Yeah, that's great.
I made before I left. I spent extra time here just playing Tyler Bare Naked Ladies songs before he left. How have you not heard this?
Yeah.
On the radio, my whole childhood.
Yeah. Must be living under a rock.
That's funny. All right, so we got those two down. Who's like Mr. Serious? Like if people aren't shaping up on practice, like all right, everybody get together.
Toomey.
Michael.
To me, really, Mike, you're the serious guy.
Stewie Snapmouth.
Stewie
Try
Snapmaps.
to bring the focus every time.
Here, lean in. Let's hear the serious style of yours. Come on, lean into the mic.
I'm just like really big into preparation and like focus. I think that's like will help the team win.
Were you here for golf before?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. I remember it just hit me. Some of you guys all kind of rolled together, but was preparation like a golf term you used too? You
Mental preparation.
mental preparation?
He likes to give us a pregame diet too.
Pre-game diet?
Yeah, he likes telling us how much water to drink at what hours and
It's important.
when to eat our
What to
meals. It is
drink.
very important. It's,
Who are you,
great-
Tom Brady with the water?
Yeah,
Or
it just gives you the best chance to win. Like, it's
Absolutely.
an advantage on your opponent.
What are you walking around monitoring H2O intake?
Yeah, definitely.
Water boy.
I definitely suggest buying a hydro flask.
A what?
Hydro
Hydro
flask.
flask.
Oh, come on, keep going with this. What is this
All
again? I
right.
don't even know what that is. What is a hydro flask?
It's like a water. It's like a really nice water bottle. It keeps your water cold all day, and then like
Like a Yeti?
yeah.
Essentially.
Hydro flask like a little cooler, but
It's cooler than a Yeti.
Got ran over by my car and still is standing today.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
they're indestructible.
yeah.
Okay. So what? So are you like are you the guy that the freshmen fear? They're
No.
not. No.
That's Robbie
that's
Johnson.
that's Robbie
that's
Johnson.
Jacob.
That's you?
Jacob.
Me? Yeah. Well, I don't know. Sometimes,
They
they're-
can be
like
all
today,
mean
Stevie
sometimes.
Jean didn't have his head up and just had to put him through the glass.
Well, there you go. Poor Stevie. Freshman? Is he a freshman?
Sophomore.
Junior.
So you're saying he should know better? Oh man, how how hard do you guys go in on a practice like this before a game? Like, I mean, obviously fairly hard,
Yeah.
but is that a practice where like before the biggest game of the year you're trying to like throw your weight around and just like?
Yeah, because if you don't practice like that, then you're not going to do it in the game. So we always talk about that. So
Did
just,
coach want a physical presence out there?
Yeah, he always talks
always
about
does,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Finishing your checks, skating, back checking, and just everything.
Because tomorrow is going to be a physical one.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah, it is. It's going to be a battle. Should be a good game.
Yeah. All right. So 1:00 start again tomorrow. You guys have the Clippers have to win tomorrow. So what's the coach give you any final message before you went home today? I'm just curious. Sometimes Coach Means messages are I don't know. I'd love to like record some of them. But any final or is he kind of saving the big prep talk for tomorrow?
You just said
They
think.
lose.
You just said think about winning. So
Think
go-
about winning.
Yeah, go home and think about hockey.
Have fun with it too is kind of the word. He wants us to have fun on the ice. have
Was
fun
that
playing
like as he was walking out of the locker room? Oh yeah, and by the way, have fun too.
yeah, a little bit. No, he just wants us concentrated and ready to go for the game.
What do you got, Tommy?
I think in the past few games, some of the kids have been like just gripping the sticks too hard and
Pressing a little bit?
Yeah, be more loose in the game tomorrow, and I think that'll work in our advantage.
Yeah, that can happen, right? Sometimes that clinching one is
Yeah,
the toughest one to
when you're
get.
just trying to do too much, you just gotta focus more and loosen up.
Pucks to the net, as Jake said earlier.
Yeah.
You guys turning down a lot of shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're one of the big. Who's the leading goal scorer with you guys right now?
I think
Banner
me.
Hall.
It's you.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the how big would it be just get a lead?
Yeah. It's definitely. I always talk to Mike about this. Just scoring the first one because the last couple games.
Yeah.
We were always playing down, so we have to like battle back. But
Yeah.
it's always about like coming out strong. But then I don't know. Sometimes we just like we go on like the PK or something. We just like lose our rhythm. So like it's hard to get that back. But
Yeah. And Pat, how's another big thing about these games is you want to stay out of the penalty box, and sometimes you can be too hyped up.
Yeah.
How important is that going to be?
It should be pretty important. I don't think we've had like a huge issue with it this year.
Yeah.
No Bradbury on the team anymore. But
Why does everybody mention him with me? Did he like pay you guys to mention? You know the story with him and I?
yeah, the
you
goal.
messed up the goal.
Oh, that's right.
Twice.
Yeah.
You gave it to me.
Amesbury and Triton.
Oh yeah, not that anybody's counting. Yeah, it was like his first goal, and I knew he was kind of like not the clown, but like the
grinder.
Yeah.
Enforcer.
Yeah, he's a good kid. His parents are very funny too. I remember meeting them at the banquet. Of course, they had to say hello. I know, I'm sorry, but yeah. So the first goal that he scored, I think it was of his career. Is that how the story goes?
I think so.
Yeah.
Definitely of the season that
Yeah,
year.
definitely
And
the
it was just like a scrum in front.
Yeah.
Couldn't see anything. And of
I
course,
got a video of it too, and then I just sent it. I was like filming Ethan.
oh, with the
Coyer.
call.
Yeah, his goal. It was just like
But did you have the play-by-play call with it?
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, so that just traveled word of mouth.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, so I called the goal wrong for somebody else. It was a scrum in front. I think somebody did try to take not credit for it, but
Yeah.
it appeared that the first guy's hands went up. It looked like he got the goal. Whoever it was. I don't even remember. Obviously, it's years ago. But and so I called the goal wrong. It was his goal, and never let me hear the end of it.
Yeah.
Literally never. I
Yeah.
had him on the show like a few times. Post-game shows, he would bring it up every time.
That's Bradbury. That's Brad for
It
you.
was and then of course I did it again like months later, which I thought was kind of comic relief in a fun way. But anyways, always a character. What's the vibe like? Is it in the mood as you guys left the ring today? Is it last practice before this final game? Was it is it fairly lighthearted? Is it like the right balance?
Strict business.
Yeah,
Strictly business.
Have a lot of confidence in everyone.
Yeah.
Just trust each other. I mean, we've been through an entire season together. It's like treat it like another game.
Yeah. It's not though. Everybody knows it.
Everyone
right?
knows it's like basically a playoff game. Honestly, it's like
that's
a perfect way.
It is a playoff game essentially.
Is it good for you? I mean, do you guys have to, as veterans of this team, you guys have played in big games for many years now. Is it that does make it easier? That there is truth. You can't replace experience. So
Yeah.
that must be there's a little bit even more pressure on you in that regard because you can kind of you have some younger guys that need to play a role too. So
Yeah.
it's kind of your job to set the tone.
Yeah, we went through it last year. We Austin Prep and then Winchester again. So everyone here has played in the game except for Chase, but everyone here has experience about it. So just help the young guys with that, and then just not be nervous.
On personal levels, what gets you guys into the flow of action? Is it like that? Is it just the first shift and you're ready to go? Is it the first big hit? Is it?
Yeah.
It's usually the physical
hit.
aspect.
Yeah.
Everybody nods their head on the first big hit. Excellent.
And then first shift, you try and get you just try and take control right away as much as you can.
Yep.
So.
I'm hesitant to even bring this up in case your coach is listening, but sometimes in these big games, I have seen Newburyport get completely gypped in a tournament game before with officiating. How important is it to get a lead, just eliminate all that stuff? Because high school officiating can be bad.
Yeah.
It can be bad.
Yeah, there's been some games, that hasn't been our way.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call any names, but at the Pioneer, but
Yeah.
it wasn't our day, but
Yeah. Especially when you get into these raucous big games, and sometimes they get caught up in the moment too. Sometimes the crowd gets loud in that Graf Arena. You put a big hit on that is just a big clean hit, and next thing you know, you get going to the box for roughing or something. And just stay out of the box tomorrow, boys.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we'll try.
We will try. Again, we got the Newburyport Clippers hockey squad in: Tommy Green, Chase Pantelis, Mike Toomey. Those are the three standing. Jacob Grassy-Hog, Pat Leary. You guys had fun this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
Great
fun.
time.
A bit of a roller coaster ride, but
Yeah.
Good for you, Tommy. Still nodding. It's been great.
Just be with the boys,
There you go. It is something about a hockey locker room that's different in that regard, right?
Yeah,
we're
you're
close.
together so much. Getting ready takes so much longer than any other sport. So
Yep.
you're really just bonding together. So.
Yeah, it is true. It's you guys a pretty tight group.
Yeah, everyone's friends.
And what will that put me through that? The final. Say you guys got a 2-goal lead. Final 10 seconds tomorrow. What's that party going to be like there for you guys if you can pull this off?
Yeah, it's definitely going to feel good in the locker room.
Be a fun weekend.
Yeah, good way to go in the weekend, go to school on Monday, just, feeling good that you're in the tournament, but...
That's right. You guys must be killing you a little bit. School vacation week. I just hit me. I don't have kids or anything, so it's not front of mind, but you guys are hanging around and just kind of itching to play this hockey game, right?
Yeah.
Now.
You all go, yeah. We are.
We're all excited for it, seniors especially. We don't want it to be our last game, so we're all thrilled for it.
Pregame, give me the pregame routine on a morning game, your morning routine on an afternoon game. Let's start with you, Pat. We'll go up and around.
So usually
You wake up at what time?
if the game's at 2,
Not we. I want your individual. I want Frosted Flakes. What are you doing?
All right, I wake up at probably 9. And then I'll go to breakfast with the team. We'll go to
You guys doing a team breakfast?
Yeah, we
Oh, okay.
usually do Annie Mann's or Abe's or something, just
Okay.
to get up, make sure everyone's up. And
What's the plan for tomorrow? I need specifics.
we haven't decided yet.
Boys, preparation, Mike Toomey. Come on.
We have a pasta party tonight. We'll discuss that.
Okay. Who's got the pasta party?
Tyler
It's
Coghlan.
at
at
Anchor
Anchor,
Pizza.
Oh, an Anchor. Everybody does those things out now, huh? Those pasta
Yeah.
parties?
Yeah, it seems like everyone's doing
Because we have a
it.
lot of people, too. There's 27.
Just makes it easier.
Yeah,
makes it
It's
easier
hard
to
to
do
fit
it.
everyone.
Gotcha. All right, sorry to interrupt, Pat. Keep going.
Sorry. So then we get breakfast, and then probably have an hour or two before we need to get to the rink.
What time will you be at the rink for a 1 o'clock puck drop?
Probably 12:30.
11.
Oh, I'm thinking 2 o'clock games. I have it in my head.
Mike is going, no.
Usually an hour and a half before the game.
Of Mike's similar routine?
Um,
Throw that microphone back.
Probably
on
has
that
a
way.
harder one.
starts with getting to bed early the night before,
I bet it does.
drinking lots of water, getting up early, I drive down to like Danvers to get my skate sharpened every Saturday.
You go out to Danvers?
Oh, it's Friday. Yeah, 'cause
I'm from Danvers. Where do you go?
Graph's a little sketchy for sharpening skates. But
Where do you go?
Pure hockey in Danvers.
Oh, right on Route 1?
Yes.
You're like a minute from my house. You can come by and say hello.
Then
He might.
it's like go home, eat lunch. That's like the key. Eating lunch before a 1 o'clock game, I think.
So what time are you eating at? It's
Like
funny that Pat
10
called it breakfast.
So like 10 o'clock, I guess.
10 o'clock or
Yeah.
10 o'clock lunch.
Yeah, it's key because you got to fuel for the game.
What are you going with? What's a health freak like you going with?
Chicken and pasta.
No, nothing.
You're 4 hours before the game.
Exactly 4 hours every time.
Yeah.
Well, since Jake is mortified by your setup for tomorrow, Jake, what is your plan for tomorrow?
Wake up, probably get breakfast with the team like we always do, and then go home. I always have this special drink that I always drink. It's like has like powder. I just put powder in the water, and then I always have that amino acids. So,
Okay.
Some granola bars, like I always have.
Granola bars.
Chocolate
Interesting.
chip,
Chocolate chip granola bars.
Yep.
How many?
2, and then 1, and then another one that's a different kind, the Cliff Bar chocolate chip.
It's
So,
cross country's
for the
expertise is the Cliff Bars.
Look at you, Chase, for the second show in a row. Unbelievable. I was going to say, what are the chances Cliff Bars come up 2 shows in a row? Chase, your pregame routine, is it Cliff Bars?
No, it's usually not. I like to wake up. I actually like to go to bed late the night before. I like watching Behind the Bee and just getting zoned in.
The Bruins behind?
That show. I'm more of a locker room guy, so I got to see how they do it in there and see what I can do. Then I like to get up. My mom buys these nice rice pudding cups, so I eat one of those. Then usually Andy Mann's or Abe's, one of that, and then I get my car, go for a nice long cruise around the Artichoke, enjoy the view, the morning view, and get to the rink. Just ready to go, get the boys going, and hope to win.
Can you be more specific? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, okay.
That's funny. Excellent, Chase. Good job. Tommy?
Yeah, it just starts with getting a good night's sleep, wake up, get breakfast with the boys, and then usually just try to hydrate. I like Body Armor, if you know what that is, a good hydrating drink, and after that, just mental preparation before the game. Just know what you got to do.
Is there you gonna like try to find is there maybe even watching today's practice, there's something that is in your head that you know you can help with tomorrow, not being on the ice?
I think it's all about just physicality, jumping on them right away, not letting them score the first goal, being the first ones to put the puck in the net, get on pucks right away, and just get it deep, grind them out.
Yeah, because if you go down 1 in this game, essentially it's like you're down 2, right?
Yeah, we got to get up first.
It's kind of a weird. You do have to kind of change your mentality a little bit. Never mind the whole idea of possibly pulling the goaltender in a tie game, which is interesting. Let's go around. Jake, what's been the most fun part of this group this year?
I don't know. Probably pasta parties and just like hang out with everyone.
Yeah.
It's like fun being a senior, just being older than everyone. So
Yeah.
you get to like just like overrule everyone. So that's probably my favorite part.
You have overruling powers?
Yeah. With tape and wax, I've never bought in one either this year. So Rob Johnson always gives me some tape before the game, and then Cam Tinkham always uses his wax. So I don't know.
That's the
my
routine?
favorite part. Yeah, every time before a game. So that's my favorite part.
There you
probably.
go. Pat, you?
I don't think there's been like one moment this year that's been my favorite, but just like how close. I have a lot of friends. Like we're all friends, so that's like the best part.
Is it a legit off the ice?
Yeah,
kinda
like
group
we
hang?
all hang out off the ice, which is nice.
That's
so,
good.
Yeah.
Mike, you.
Oh,
It's got to be the preparation, right? Just love preparing.
like after a win, there's really nothing better than hanging out in the locker room, playing a little CCR.
Ever seen the rain?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the best part.
Old school.
Yeah.
Tyler, you know CCR, right? I'm just kidding. Have you ever seen The Rain? Is your
That's the
your
win
party
song.
song?
Yeah, that's usually the win song.
How does that? I don't see that.
So
Often.
the short part of the story is our team manager, Jacob Marshall, great guy. He loves that song, and somebody was recording him while singing it, and it got a little extreme. So we have to celebrate.
The video was made public, or just a locker room thing?
No, it was made public, but
Okay.
not radio public.
It's not professionally done.
Correct.
All right. So, have you ever seen The Rain? We'll be playing if you guys come out of there with a win tomorrow.
Yes.
Like right out of the locker room, Coach Amin speaks, and then you.
Yeah, Coach Amin actually he loves CCR, so maybe before he speaks, after he speaks, whenever.
It's a great band.
Yeah, it is.
Not really more Coach Amin's generation than
Yeah.
than you guys, but what's the you guys have it's pretty much the same. Well, actually, it's a little different from when I was calling your games consistently, but you still got Jed over there on the bench. You kind of mimic he helped you out as a goal scorer. Man, that guy put up some points in his day.
Yeah, he helps us like a little, just telling us to get to the net.
Yeah.
Just be hungry. Like he even said like himself, he didn't score like a lot of talented goals. It was like all within like
He's lying, by the way, but yeah.
He said like in between like the slot and like right in the like on top of the creases where he scored all his goals.
Yeah. So you try to learn a lot from him. He's a good guy to pick the brain of.
Yeah.
And Coach Gadeta is still working with the goalies. Is that
he's like the defensive coach too.
Okay. Good. So obviously he's having a good year with Jackson.
Yeah. So far so good.
Let's see. What else is interesting in the locker room right now? Any fun facts I should know? I don't get to see you guys very often because you're practicing during the show. So.
Let's try to think here.
Our super fan, Ben St. Lawrence.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's a huge part of our team. He comes to every game. He, gives us all.
It's St. Lawrence. It's actually straight St. Lawrence.
Yeah.
I think I said like St. Lawrence. I thought I would put a little French Canadian on it.
We call him St. Lawrence.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
Yeah. His twin brother Tucker's on the team, so
okay.
We Ben's huge part of our team. He always gives us fist bumps right before we run on the ice and after we get off. So
yeah,
he's good to have on the team.
You guys have any moments this year of like? Maybe it's been towards the end of the year here as it's been a little bit of a tough stretch, but any moments where you just had to kind of settle each other down and you could tell tensions were rising, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Chase is giving a quick nod. Yes, we've had some of those.
Yeah. Probably more with me, honestly. Like against Linfield, that was tough,
running hot a little bit.
tough third period.
Yeah.
Ben Reynolds had to try and cool me down, but I don't know. It was just not my day.
Not your day.
Wasn't himself.
It was not myself. No.
All right. Well, what did you say? 66%.
Himself.
Oh, 60. Excellent. I don't know what to say to that. Pat, how is the health feeling after you're a big part of this team, and hopefully Coach Amin is probably hoping he can get at least a close to 100% you.
Yeah,
he's probably not going to get that, right? Everybody's hurt this time of year, but
yeah, it's just it's pain, but you just got to fight through it. So
how do you feel after practice today?
It's all right.
Jake didn't take any runs at you?
No. No. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Got to play through it.
Are you guys playing together on the same line?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that you must? So you've missed him a little bit too here when he's been out.
Yeah. I know we've been playing together the last 2 years.
Yeah.
It's like nice having him on the line. We have good chem, so.
It's funny how one guy goes missing on the dominoes fall. It's pull the guy up, second line's off a little bit.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, I will let you guys get out of here because I know you got a big day tomorrow. Final thoughts? You guys want to go around? Maybe tell everybody to come on out for a 1:00 game tomorrow.
Yeah, big one at 1:00. We got Shrewsbury. I don't even know their mascot, but
So,
I'm not sure.
I don't know their mascot either.
Just pack the graph and help the boys get a win.
Yeah, should be a good game. Absolute dogfight. So we'd like to see it as our own home playoff game because it basically is. So
yeah,
should be fun.
You guys would be dangerous if you get in there, right?
Yeah, I
Hopefully.
think we're a sleeper pick.
Sleeper pick, very nice. I'll pick you in my bracket.
Perfect.
Wait, what? Gambling on high school sports? I want it.
No, it's just a.
I got excited.
Huge gambler, Chase Pantelis.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Yes, it's a good way to end that show. No, you can do the fun bracket without. I can bet you for a Gatorade maybe.
Okay.
Although you probably shouldn't do any of that since it's your team.
That's $2 a hand. $2 a hand.
That is a $2 hand.
Two blue chips.
So what are Gatorade's going for these days? Oh, $2. You guys playing big poker in the?
Yeah, we're
Blackjack players.
Really?
Huge blackjack players.
Texas Hold'em was huge when I was. I mean, it still is huge, but it was like the explosion when I was in high school.
Roulette's
Roulette's
my game. I like that.
So you guys talking actual? Somebody has an actual casino in their house?
They're up in Hampton Beach.
Yes. Yeah, that is. Do they have those up there? Well,
Yeah.
all right, well, boys, good luck tomorrow. Again, Tommy Green, Chase Pantelis, Mike Toomey, Jake Grassyhog, Pat Leary. Big one tomorrow. Good luck. Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Try to get in the lead early on so Coach Amin can take a deep breath, will you?
All
I'll
right.
try.
We'll be back. We'll finish strong here in just a moment. Keep it here. Much more on Afternoon Drive when we get back. My name is Drew Moholland. Keep it here. All right. Welcome back to Afternoon Drive here. Big thanks to the Newburyport hockey guys. Tommy Green, Chase Pantelis, Mike Toomey, Jake Grassyhog, and Pat Leary. Big game tomorrow, 1 p.m. Must win. Win in their in. Essentially, the tournament starts tomorrow at the Graph in Newburyport for the Clippers. So that's that. Sarah Hayden just showed back up. How are you, Sarah? The boss here.
Good, thank you.
You were listening on the way, I hear?
I was. I don't think this is the right headphones. Is this the right headphones? Oh, whatever. That's fine.
whatever floats your boat. Nice guys, the Newburyport Clippers hockey squad there.
Yeah, I actually like going to see the hockey games, but it's so cold.
It is cold in McGrath, yeah, it really is. 1 o'clock game tomorrow.
That's what I heard, 1 o'clock, and
That's
I
a
heard
big
them
one.
talking that, yeah, they do have some advantage because they're used to playing at 2.
Yep,
So
pretend
that's
it's a
good.
Saturday.
Yep.
So yeah, it'll be good.
I think they'll do well.
Oh, I hope so. They play a tough schedule, so they sometimes they put themselves in this position, but if they can get in, they could be dangerous. So we'll see if they can get it. How are things at the station? Everything good? Anything to talk
good.
about?
Yeah, I just went to a meeting in Derry, New Hampshire. The Mike Wassner, who is the president of the National Alliance for Community Media, who is headquartered down in Washington and lobbies for community television and all the stuff that's going on with the FCC, and he meets with FCC PI.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Interesting.
It's a really tough situation, and hopefully it will go in our favor. But we've been told to, plan accordingly, which is pretty devastating. But
the future of all the public
stations
at risk.
Yes, and on a good note, things will continue as they have been, which is like a 5 to 10% decrease from people jumping off cable and using over the top and that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
But yes, it could be harsh, like like he said, going off the cliff. But hopefully that's not going to happen. I may go to Washington in the middle of March and go to the Hill and.
Wow, we're gonna see you on TV.
Maybe.
Excellent. What's the one thing I should do a better job on this new Hannah Hundle show here that follows me? This is it seems to be a hit. You're happy with it? It'd be weird if you said no, but
I am, and I'd like to listen to some of her previous shows. I don't know who the guest is on this week. I don't know. Mike Dukakis.
Mike Dukakis. Oh,
she has some in. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
She's just probably very bright. She's got the Harvard behind her, and
she gets the big
the
politicians
future in front of her.
But I get the 5 Newburyport Clippers here.
They're awesome too. They're awesome too. In Newburyport, they're stars.
Exactly.
So
see.
Yeah, but it's a good show. It's 15 minutes. An interview that might be, it be in medicine or technology, science. Politics. It could be. She just covers a lot of different topics, and then we're probably going to replay the week before, right after. So we'll have a half an hour of Hannah Hundle.
Gotcha. All right, I'm kind of squeezing you in, but in 30 seconds, weekend plans.
I'll be here doing the opera.
There it is.
We have kind of what is the opera? I can't think of what it is. That's okay. They're all good. Metropolitan Live Opera starts at 1 o'clock on Saturday, and that's what I'm going to be doing.
All right, that's the big day. Tyler, are you here for that?
New York.
New York, that's right.
Sunday, I might go see the photography, the talk about the, they had the first photographer, I think, in the country here in Newburyport, something like that. Wow. Yeah, they've got a lot of history. Yeah, it's at the library.
So you're booked.
No, that's not. I might go see Roger Ebasher Saturday night. Don't know.
Wow. The world is your oyster. Well, have a good weekend.
I know you're going to be playing with your puppy, so.
I know. Yeah, he's a handful. The other big dog's doing good, though.
Cute, though.
Yeah, I know. It is a workout. I haven't had a puppy really in a long time, and I'm tired. But I'll get home to that right now. Thank you, everybody, for another great week. Thanks to the Newburyport Clippers hockey guys, Sarah Hayden, Tyler Neufeld producing the radio side, David Kramer on TV. Good luck to the Clippers tomorrow. Big game. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.